I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it, no kidding. Breaking down a swish in front of your building. Sitting on the steps, feeling no feelings. Last night it was a cold killing. You gotta keep the devil in his hole, nigga. But you know how it go, nigga. I'm front line every time it's on, nigga. 100 pro flow. Running, shoot.
We back. We back. What kind of fucking song? Already.
Nah, I just opened
already
my
what's
phone.
going on now?
You look
I was
sad.
open my phone. I see his fucking
Fully staffed today.
post.
Fully staffed.
Fully staffed tonight.
And he's back from his
I'm
bout
back.
with
Danny's
Ebola.
back.
I'm bad. What?
As y'all know, just a couple of friends throwing penalty flags at the world's fuckery. With unbiased opinions and unfiltered opinions, nothing is off limits as we dive into music, social media, social issues, sports, whatever the hell else we want to discuss.
Yes, sir.
Special edition, Nipsey Hussle edition tonight. We are the officials. I am Bees the God.
DJ Inebriation.
Inebriation.
Step one is admitting you have a problem. We're
Step
proud of you.
For you.
Step
I'm working
one.
on it.
You working on it.
Creation.
Chief J.
Chief J.
D. Hey.
T. Hayes.
And K.
K is in the
That shit right.
building. K is in the building. So as the world knows, we lost a good one.
Yes, tough one. Tough
Tough one. It's tough. I think the biggest death in the social media era that we had. I think it might be the biggest death in the social media era to the hip hop community.
It's
To the
up there.
hip
I
hop,
can't really
and it's a
think
lot
of
right
anybody
now
else.
off the top of my head, but
off the top. Yeah,
definitely,
it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, you
It's a
got
big deal.
XX extension, but it
Yeah.
wasn't as big.
Right.
as
No
Impact.
disrespect to
No disrespect.
no,
but it
XXX.
wasn't- It wasn't.
He just
worldwide,
didn't.
felt like
Yeah,
this.
he just didn't have the impact that my boy Nipsey Hussle had.
Neighborhood Nip.
Neighborhood Nip. So we're gonna bring it in that way. Just go over a couple things with how unfortunate it was. I know some of us probably watched the video. We just gonna dive right into the situation. It was right in front of his marathon store. Not a good look.
Not a
good look.
man. That surveillance video
Much
was crazy,
respected
man.
Front of
dude.
his kid too, right?
Huh?
I don't think
Nah,
I
he
think
took a
she-
picture with it. He took a picture with a kid
Oh,
before it
okay.
happened. It wasn't his. It wasn't his daughter though. But yeah, man, it's a crazy situation, man. He come back, try to give back, hire people. He owns the lot right there.
Sacred place, man.
know,
Sacred place.
It's a tough one, man. This one hurt, man. I almost felt like I lost a family member.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie,
Yeah,
And
Not
a lot
gonna
of people
lie.
don't know that he owns the entire lot.
that whole lot is theirs.
Yeah,
Him
they
and
think
his brothers.
he just owns the store. He owns the entire lot.
They pay him rent over there.
Yeah.
I found out the story about that. They said, Black Sam said the people who leased it to them, the police was trying to get rid of him, like trying to get him out.
Yeah,
They said, yo,
yeah.
you got 30 days to get him out. And then they said, well, you bought the whole thing. Well, you leasing the whole thing. And you bought business back here. Everybody's been afraid of this place, but you brought a lot of community members and everybody here. So if you want, we sell you the whole place.
Right.
And then they're like, and Nipsey was like, yo, we gonna do it. And then they're like, we didn't have the money, but as he says,
Yeah,
all
they-
money in, they called up everybody.
They just hustled up and
they
got it done.
and bought the whole thing.
Got it
That's
done.
pretty impressive, man. It's pretty impressive.
That's dedication.
Hard work. Yeah.
Set the occasion.
Mm-hmm.
It was fire. I mean, I know I listen to a lot of Nipsey. I've been on Nipsey for a while now, so I know some of us haven't listened to a whole lot of Nipsey, but Crenshaw was dope. Mailbox Money was dope. Slauson was dope. Marathon was just the cherry on top. He put in a lot of work.
Bullets with no name.
That was another one.
Yeah.
Another mixtape that was fire with him and his boy Bino Redo. A lot of people may not know about that one. That's another mixtape called No Pressure. That one was fire. If you want a little mix up, Nipsey's on a little more bounce on that one. So you might want to check that one out too if you haven't.
I'll admit, I was a little late on the Nipsey train.
A lot of people were over on the East Coast.
One thing I'm not afraid to admit, I got a little bias for West Coast rappers. I make those guys kind of
Work a little harder?
earn my
Yeah.
respect a little bit.
That's crazy you mentioned that.
Harder because I just naturally, I think when people think of West Coast rappers, we think of they're not as lyrical as what we grew up here with
Right.
on the East Coast.
Right.
It was because of the situation where I kind of sat back and listened to some of his stuff. I know Bees here he was a really big advocate on Victory Lap, and I gave it another listen, and I liked it a lot more than what I did the first time. But Nip really
was spitting. He was definitely he was a rapper. He was
Facts.
a rapper. I give him that. And unfortunately, sometimes you don't really get to see some of these things until you don't
Yeah.
get to appreciate
They're
these things
taken
until it's
away.
over. So
Very
Yeah,
true.
man.
I wish I would have heard some of this. He would have had a chance to keep going.
Very
Yeah,
true.
definitely.
Very
Yeah,
true.
I agree.
I'm big on West Coast anyway, so I kind of, in another life,
you
I think I
always been a
might.
sellout.
Yeah,
You've
I
been a
was.
sellout.
Yo,
You've been a
whoa,
sellout.
whoa,
Yeah, you've been
whoa.
on the
This is-
East Coast.
Yeah, I
Big
definitely
West
would
Coast
have
cat.
I definitely would have embraced the West Coast culture. I still, when I get to a situation, I'm gonna buy a bouncy. I'm gonna get a bouncy. I'm gonna be over here.
Yo, I'm gonna
That's
get
the
a
bounce.
bounce.
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy a bounce.
I'm
I'm gonna buy a bounce. I don't care what nobody. I'm gonna have a
Your
bounce.
whole
Hit
life has been
switches.
Cadillacs, dudes.
Yeah, right. Mom's had a steak and Lincoln. I've been driving them chicks for a minute.
Good, man.
I actually think his impact was so big that I don't think we're gonna see a lot of people spending too much money on unnecessary things like Jordans and
So like with that
Jewelry, I
$1,000, if Wayne was president, got the extra $1,000, they're not gonna buy no extra.
nah. I think he changed the
You
game.
said
like,
you was buying some fronts last week. If you got
Yeah,
$1,000,
yes.
man.
stick to the
And now you good, right? Now you good.
Nah, but I really think he influenced people to the point where a lot of people are gonna start, people at the bottom that like, cause when you go to think about opening up a business, right? You just get it out your mind because you're like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do it. I don't got no money.
Right.
You know what I mean? I gotta pay these bills and all that stuff. I don't have any money. But I think people are gonna start saving the extra money that they do have and trying to partner up with people to actually start owning stuff. And that's what I really do like about it. Like he influenced people to like be their own business people and own their own shit. That's what it's supposed to be.
And shout out to him for having like the first, like as being from Crenshaw and Slauson, having the first like smart store. Like I remember the story. He said he went into Starbucks to buy his daughter a smoothie from Starbucks, whatever. I don't know. But he saw this kid like on a computer playing with some augmented reality, and he was like, "Yo, man, what's this?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm messing with my hands on the computer or something like that." And he goes, "Yo, pack this up. You coming with me?" Took him there. They started building a marathon store. So when you go in a Nipsey store, and like he said on the song, forget selling CDs.
Yeah.
You're gonna make more money off the merch
Oh,
anyway.
right,
So
right,
when you go in the
right.
store, you buy a tee. They scan the barcode. You get a free CD of Nipsey Hussle joint.
Right.
That's
Oh,
it.
Selling
okay.
the clothes.
Yeah, yeah.
What's up?
So
He just
was
moved a different way.
he was
It's the
moving a different
digital
way.
age, man.
Yeah, and that
Motherfucker
kid,
is
and now
smart.
that kid is linked up with Apple now. Like he's doing
Wow.
serious work for Apple. And I read a story about saying when he found out when Nipsey died, he was like, I can't believe the guy I built the marathon store with is gone. He took me
Yeah.
from nowhere and got me to this light.
That's
I was like, it's
wild.
crazy. Man.
That's
It's crazy,
wild.
He's
man.
smart as shit because I guarantee you right now, our listeners and stuff, some people are gonna know what he just said, but a lot of motherfuckers don't even know what what is it?
Augmented reality, bro.
They don't even know what the fuck
Yeah.
that is.
Spell it.
Reality.
Right.
Well, we don't even have time. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna ask him to explain it to you. I'm just gonna say Google it.
Yo, basically,
Just Google it.
Yeah, just Google it.
We're not
It's-
gonna explain the shit.
It goes depth into it.
Everybody has access to the internet. They can Google stuff that they're not understanding.
Yeah.
Somebody say a word, go Google it. Google it, spell it for you. As long as you gotta do is say
spell
it.
it now. That you just say it
Just
into
say
your
it.
phone.
Yo,
Just say it. Just say it.
I have a question for all of y'all though. I want to know where does his brother go from here?
Ooh, Black
Which is
Sam,
a great question.
Meaning, like his brother. Obviously they started from the ground up together.
right?
The clothing store was actually his brother's idea. It was never really his idea.
Mhm.
His brother was selling T-shirts. I'm pretty sure y'all know the story. Everybody knows it. Not gonna get into that. but-
Not everybody.
Not everybody.
We're informing them though.
Well, yeah, his brother started off on the corner across the street from the store, actually on the curb, selling T-shirts, and the cops kept taking their merchandise. Him and Fats, rest in peace, Fats, that was a boy.
Mhm.
And he basically said, "Damn, the last time the cop took their stuff, he was like, no, what y'all need to do is get up in a store and pay taxes like everybody else
Yeah.
to do this."
That's what it
And then
was.
he said he looked up and seen across the street, it said Slauson Tees or whatever the case may be. And then, that's when they
Kinda
realized
started-
that
yeah,
we
started
got to get up
growing,
in a
yeah.
lot. So them coming from the ground up and being right there, you know how much that spot means to them. But after a tragedy like this happens
In front of
to your only brother in front of the store that y'all worked so hard for, right in front of it, do you stay there knowing like every time you got to come to work, you're walking right past where your brother spent his last breath? Or do
think
you
so.
keep that store there and franchise it and open up another one somewhere else that you can run and just have somebody else manage that so you don't have to be there like that?
It's a great question.
You could use that reminder as motivation. Like he can see that every day, and that's what will keep him motivated to keep Nip's ideas and just his legacy going. Like I feel like he's obligated to do that. Like you can't just back away from.
Think you got to stay there now?
Yeah,
definitely.
Cemented there
That's a
now?
staple right
Him
there.
personally, like physically staying at that store. So you wouldn't franchise it.
He can
Another
still
store.
Yeah, you
franchise
can
it,
still
but he's
open up
still-
other stores,
But
but
that's like home base, man. It's like you
can't run
abandon
away
that
from that.
spot. Yeah, can't, man.
See, I think he stays.
He's got to stand firm on that.
Got to
You
stand
think,
firm on that.
He'll make it work. He'll make it work. He'll find some way. They seem like motivation was a big driving force for them. So he'll find a way to make this work for him.
We beefing up security in a lot though.
Oh man.
I think the situation just seems like it was more isolated than it was anything, man.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's no need for.
And I
that.
don't think that's their way of life. Like they don't believe in that type of. They boys is they
Right.
security. You know what I'm
True,
saying?
true. I agree with you there.
You know what I'm saying?
But I think at this point now you run a whole
I mean-
lot. It's more of a business now. You know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
gonna lie to you. If it was me, I can't go back to the once in a blue. But every single day being right there,
It would be tough.
I
It'll
can't
be
do
tough.
it. I gotta open it up
Absolutely.
another
It'll be
store
tough.
somewhere else, and then come back and
It would be tough.
manage it and visit it once in a blue. You know,
It would definitely be tough to go there every day. You know what I mean? It's like going to work every day. Right in this spot, right in front of the store, this happened. Like,
and
you know what I mean?
Kodak Black.
Oh man.
He's just
The audacity.
stupid kid.
Yeah,
Timing.
he's a
You
Timing
just don't
was
know any
terrible.
better. That's-
This kid should know the cameras on him all the time.
So for those of y'all who don't know, Kodak, a fellow rapper from down south,
let me drive the boat.
Let me drive the boat.
he thought it would be a good idea to go on his IG
let that
live
nigga
or
drive
someone's
the boat.
IG live and shoot his shot at Laura London. Not
Flag.
even what
flag on
4
the
days,
play, man. Flag on
4 or
the
5
play.
days after the incident.
I still, I just, he's a little retarded. He's a little retarded.
Slightly-
But I still don't
Special
think he really
forces.
shot his shot. I think he was just, I don't know what the hell he was.
Regardless of whatever that was
It's
that
still-
he said,
it's
it was
still-
it
It
just
just-
it was
yeah,
bad.
timing
it
was
way,
terrible.
It was way
Timing
too
was
early to
terrible.
say anything.
Yeah, man. Come on now. Come on.
Anything else besides our condolences, we all pray for you. That's about
it.
all.
Keep it
He
at
could
that.
he could have kept it as like whatever that family needs, I got him or something like that. He didn't have to
Yeah.
go.
Not
well,
even because he's not that type of
That
person.
wasn't
to say
his-
something
that wasn't
that
his
smart.
angle.
No, it
But
wasn't.
here's
that
my
was
thing.
not his
Definitely
angle.
wasn't his angle.
Everybody
Definitely
needs to
wasn't.
have a voice in their head that tells them to not say something.
Not a good idea.
That even if you are thinking,
He doesn't
like-
have it.
and then listen, it's people are laughing, but I realize at this age of my life that a lot of people don't have that voice that tells them to
They
shut
don't.
the fuck up
Yeah,
and
that's
don't
true.
say what you're thinking. I think everybody has those deep, dark voices in their head that
Oh,
might
yeah.
make you think something that maybe you probably shouldn't be thinking, but
Yeah.
to come out and actually
I get a lot of those thoughts.
Say that.
A lot of those thoughts.
yeah,
I get a lot of those
yeah.
thoughts. Not gonna lie. I get a lot of those wild, crazy
I was in an
thoughts. in my
elevator
You
head.
gotta
with this
have
guy
a
by
voice. You
myself.
gotta have
I'm
a
little
conscience that says, "Nah, I'm not gonna do it." It's like everybody has, probably has somebody that they be like, you know what, I want to strangle the shit out of this guy and kill him. But you gotta have a voice in your head that goes, you know what, let's not. Kill
That's not a
this
good
guy.
idea.
Let's not strangle him.
Actually, there's a guy at my job, and he always just has this moment that says,
You want to kill him.
Yeah, he's like, there's this voice in my head that says I should grab him by the throat and just continuously break his nose. But I have another voice that says, no, you need to fall
By the
back."
throat and continuously break his nose.
That's what he said. I'm like,
You know what happened,
Really?
Kato?
You know,
All right.
You know what happened though?
What?
Kodak ate a lot of Frosted Flakes.
Oh, he's a Frosted Flakes
He's a
baby.
He's a Frosted Flake
He's,
baby.
you saying he's a wick
He
baby?
ate a lot of Wick Baby cereal.
paint chips.
I mean, well, what he said was, all right, I remember what he said. I'm not going to play the clip, but he said basically, he was like, Lauren London is grieving right now. I want to be a shoulder that she could lean on.
Right, yeah.
You know
that
what I'm saying?
was,
He said, I'll be the best man I could be. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the shoulder that she lean on and this and that. I give her a year or whatever, I guess, of grieving, and then she can lean on my shoulder, whatnot. And I want to be that. Yeah. However, anybody want to try to flip it and say, well, he didn't really disrespect. That means I want to fuck eventually.
basically.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's just wild.
Leave-
It's
leave it
just
alone.
wild. It's just wild just
Leave
even
it alone,
saying that right
man.
now.
yeah, like you can't like He's just a fucking
keep it
ignorant
to
little
yourself.
fucker.
Yo,
He is a project baby.
Did you see the?
But listen, a lot of even project babies know, like, nigga, that's not it. His boys that was with him, I'm assuming they project babies too. They said in the video, no, y'all, it's too soon.
Too soon.
You hear his voice saying that shit.
Yeah,
these,
like,
these,
yo,
these generations
you
are
got a
just
pocket.
Like,
different.
nigga, you different.
You out of pocket right now.
Yeah, you out of pocket, man.
You out of pocket right
You out of
now.
pocket right
You
now.
out of pocket.
Or the game. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Sometimes,
Young
listen,
rappers?
I think Luck was coming up with a good point because sometimes we can't even look at the people who are doing or saying the wild stuff. Sometimes you gotta look at the crew because the crew is just as responsible. If you got a real good crew around you, you should not allow your man to look stupid, look like an
I
asset.
agree. I agree. 100%.
If you got a crew full of yes men or something like that, then you with
in
the
danger,
wrong crew.
man.
You
Exactly.
with the wrong
Probably do.
crew. And it seems like this guy, because he just seems to keep making more and more mistakes, it just seems like he don't have the right crew around him.
Well,
You
that
have
situation wasn't a fixable situation because I say if they recorded it regularly, his boy could have like, yo, we're not gonna post this shit.
Yeah, we're
because
not
you wildin'.
posting that.
But they was on live.
It was
Now
everything.
listen, let me just say this: you're
ain't
on
nothing you
live
can do.
right now when you saying something wild. I guarantee you're gonna see me at some point into that screen and pull you away.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that's just me.
I mean,
That's
so
just
I
me. You're
commend
not
his
gonna hear
boy
me
for
from the
saying
cut. Yo, look, too
Yeah.
soon, baby. If I know we on live and you got millions of people watching you, you're gonna see me step in front of you. Go, yo, look, you done.
Are we gonna do luck?
done here.
So
What?
wait, so do you think it was the cameraman's fault? Whoever was
It's
holding the
everybody's
camera?
fault, but it's more him.
everybody's fault.
It's more him.
He's just a fucking idiot.
So do you think he could have pulled a R. Kelly and said that was my brother?
Absolutely not.
Let me drive the boat.
That'd be-
Let me see this guy.
Nothing
It
surprising
looked like the
anymore.
same.
If he did do that,
It looked like the same clarity, right? It
Let
looked-
me drive the boat.
anymore.
the video wasn't in
Bro, it's my brother
1080p.
Cleophas.
Yeah, what the fuck is your problem?
Well,
What
it
the
was like
fuck is your
fucking
problem?
720 or 480. You know what I'm saying?
It
R. Kelly
definitely,
shit
it,
was
definitely,
like.
it definitely was an HD back then. It definitely
So,
was.
no, I'm talking about Kodak shit.
So the-
It wasn't that clear.
Wait a minute. So the whole thing that went down just recently with Nipsey. Do you think, like, because it's just crazy, like how many people poured out for this man? Is he bigger than Tupac or Biggie?
No.
Nah, I wouldn't
Oof.
say that.
Oof.
Absolutely not.
He just
Oof.
No.
Whoa.
Can I-
Whoa.
I don't know.
Can I take this one?
Just look how
It's questionable.
Can I start off with
Go
this
ahead,
one?
go ahead.
Let's let
Yeah,
Lug
yeah,
start
yeah,
this
yeah,
off.
Lug.
I can start off with
Start
this
that
one.
one. Start on.
All right, look it.
You have the flag, bro.
I think we're gonna be on both different sides of the fence on this one. I'll be honest with you.
I'm curious to
There's
see
nothing
that.
wrong
But
with that.
like,
There's nothing wrong with that.
it's different eras, of course. Everybody knows that, but we living in a social media era where more people have a voice. now.
Exactly.
True.
You see what I'm saying? Where nobody had a voice like that in the 90s. There was no social media. Motherfuckers was using AOL. Dial up, and if your mother pick up the phone, it's a wrap.
You've got mail.
You know what I'm saying? So
I don't
if
think they had that
Tupac and Biggie was living in the social media era,
Right.
it would probably be a different outcome. Then you could like weigh it like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But because of the fact that he's living in a social media era, he only like you gotta understand he only put out really like one album in a body of mixtapes.
Technically, yeah. He put out one.
So-
well, he put out
What other album he has?
Crenshaw was an
That's a
album. It wasn't a mixtape.
Nah, Crenshaw is a mixtape.
No,
bro.
Crenshaw was an album.
You're gonna have to Google that.
We
for
might have
me.
to Google that, but
I-
I'm pretty sure.
I'm
I'm pretty sure Crenshaw was an
Crenshaw
album.
a mixtape.
I think Crenshaw was an album. I think Slauson was an album too. It could be mixtape, but I thought
Regardless.
they were albums. But regardless,
Continue,
whatever.
continue.
But his main is
What I'm
Victory Lap.
saying, the reason why I brought up that because all right, Tupac has like fucking what 20 goddamn albums, still unreleased songs that we probably even
Well,
heard.
technically, he has the ones that he has.
He has the biggest body of work out of all
Yes, he
dead
does.
MCs.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
You see what I'm
well,
saying?
between those three, definitely.
What's going on?
Excuse me.
So wait.
But-
so
Christ, let's not do this.
I'm going to combat that after you
no,
go.
no, no, no.
Okay.
All right,
Wait,
all right.
I want to hear where you.
Let me
going with this.
close out so he could be.
No, go ahead. Finish up. No, finish up.
Biggie had what? Probably like one. How many albums did Biggie have? Two.
Two.
Technically, two. Yeah.
And you
technically
see
two.
how much of
He
a
had two albums.
can
Two
you
albums.
see how much of an impact he had
Yeah.
without
Right.
social media?
All right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nipsey had one with social media, and it was a.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Because he was
It's
able
crazy.
to document other things as well.
Right.
You know. So.
He was the face.
wanna
of the
go
East
first?
So
Coast.
yeah, I want
All
to
right,
combat,
we
and then I'll
Oh,
just
wait,
go
wait!
after.
Before you do that, you didn't even like Tupac. You didn't even. He can't really answer this question because he never listened to a
Yo,
full.
you
Tupac
biased.
album.
I'm gonna give you my honest
album?
answers on everything.
Was it an
Crenshaw
album?
was album.
It's a mixtape. Thank you.
Your mixtape.
Everybody,
Crenshaw was a
round
mixtape.
of
Okay.
applause for DJ.
Either way,
Lucky, right?
you're right. You didn't DJ. Either way, Crenshaw was fire.
So he really
But-
has one album.
So just to go off the Nipsey with the Biggie and Tupac thing here, and just follow me for a second. You know,
Following.
we're not gonna disrespect Biggie, Tupac, Nipsey. They're all MCs that was respected that unfortunately passed away earlier than they were supposed to.
Legends.
But I'm gonna ask you this, a serious question. What did Biggie and Tupac do in the
This is about to
community?
get real disrespectful. I just see it right now. Go.
I'm gonna
Just
tell you
go.
what the difference is in the level of why Nipsey was so celebrated and why
Oh my god.
Biggie and Tupac was celebrated in a different way.
I'm about to walk
Yeah.
off the stage right now.
Biggie and Tupac, I think, was more celebrated for their music. Nipsey had multiple angles of why he was celebrated. He encouraged people in a certain area to. He had a basically a business building skill store, like where you can go do resumes, teach people how to be entrepreneurs.
Back
He
in
was doing
90.
stuff in the community. No, there's not things that's really. I mean, Tupac had a school built, but that was after he already had died.
I can rebuttal.
You probably could, but I think Nipsey was more celebrated on a level of community, even more than his music. It's more inspirational for the things he was doing outside of music, and he's happened to be a dope ass
seconds.
artist. Go ahead.
5 seconds to rebuttal right quick. A lot of motherfuckers didn't really listen to Nipsey like that. You know, they
Right.
felt it after it happened.
Correct.
So if you really didn't listen to him like that, chances are you ain't fucking know about
Right.
the extracurricular stuff that he was doing, like the business shit
Right.
and all that shit. In the
I think more
community.
people on the West Coast would have done that.
in his
You know what I'm
hood.
saying? But,
You know what I'm saying? So
but
every-
but if you understood, if you listen to Nipsey and then you actually just start digging a little bit,
Mhm.
everything's there.
Yeah, you'll hear it.
The paper trail is there.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm
Go ahead, Jay.
shocked at how much attention this has got. Like, I know he was
Yeah.
a good dude. He did a lot, but I'm shocked at how much attention this has got. I figured it would be big in his community on that coast, but I feel like all in all, I feel like this has gotten a lot of attention. You would honestly think that he was maybe a top 3 or 5 rapper in the game, and I don't think that was the case. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful.
Currently,
I
he
say
might.
that to be
Currently,
disrespectful.
he might be.
No,
How could you say that if he had a Grammy?
He almost got a
nominee.
Grammy.
come on, a lot of people get
Doesn't
Grammy
really
nominated.
solidify anything.
He should have won it.
Macklemore got Grammy nominated. We're gonna
He
cry
actually
and
he
see.
actually won one.
Did he? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, he won one.
Who,
Macklemore has a Grammy.
Oh, no, yeah,
yeah,
Macklemore.
Macklemore.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
I
won
was
From
it.
talking
the
about
fucking thrift shop?
Yeah, he won a Grammy over
But he gave-
J. Cole,
he
over
beat a lot of
over Kendrick
people.
Lamar. They
Yeah.
gave
From
him a
rapping
Grammy.
about
Yeah, we not
Buying
celebrating
yeah,
Grammy
yeah.
nominations and
No, not
Grammy
the
wins
other one.
anymore, man.
I
But
think-
anyway, let me continue.
All right,
with
continue.
my-
Because I'm about to get
I'm
pissed.
shocked at how
I know that.
how much attention this has gotten, especially on throughout the whole U.S., not just the West
Yeah.
Coast. You figured it would be big out there
Yeah.
because, like Luck was just saying, I think they would understand more the magnitude of what he was doing more
Right.
than what we did.
Mhm.
We understood. We looked at him when we saw a rapper. Like you said, I didn't realize a lot of the stuff he was doing in the
Yeah.
community. But that makes you appreciate him a little bit more once
Right.
you hear it. But I just don't. As far as the comparison between him, Biggie, and Pac,
Musically, it's not much of a comparison.
musically, it's not much. But now you're talking about how much of the world actually cared about what he was doing outside of music, and I just
Right.
think outside of Los Angeles, I don't think a lot of people cared. I think
Agreed.
now listen,
Agreed.
like
But I
like
didn't know.
Luck said, in this social media age, I think it's cool to put your RIP post up and
Yeah,
play
yeah.
your music. Look, I'm
Yeah,
guilty
true.
of it myself.
True,
Today,
true.
I put up a video on IG and I was playing Nipsey in the background.
Right.
Guess what? I didn't know that song existed a week ago.
Yeah,
Facts.
But if you would look at it, you'd be like, oh, he was a Nipsey fan too.
Right.
Casually, I guess. But nowadays with social media, I think it's just cool to just hop on and talk and
yeah. It's a lot of
trend.
bandwagon stuff for
And,
social
you know
media.
what I mean? And that's not, like I said, it's not disrespecting him. He was a good dude. He did a lot of good stuff, but I don't think that's fair to even compare that. If Biggie and Tupac died in the social media age, this would be
Well, all I'm gonna say is there's only one person who had a funeral at the Staples Center,
Michael Jackson.
and that was Michael Jackson.
that was clutch. That was big.
good.
And
Yeah,
that was
that was
Michael.
big.
Michael.
I saw the
that
views.
just tells you
I
the
saw
respect.
the views today, and
And he sold it out
it was
Yeah,
it
it was
was
He
big.
crazy,
sold out
man.
the Staples Center for a funeral,
in
That's crazy.
seconds.
and that's not.
But listen, y'all, that's his city. What is he
It is.
supposed to do?
That's what I'm
his
saying.
city.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
That's his city.
People came from all over.
No, but I'm not talking about who was there. I'm just talking about what
Right.
type.
That's his hometown.
That's
The
his
hometown,
city.
yes.
But
Nah,
even
that's-
still, there's
that's-
people. You know what I'm saying?
That's big.
Let's
That's
say-
big.
No, I'm not gonna wish death for nobody. But
Dude,
say,
let me
let's
just say this: if the Barclays was there when Biggie died,
Oh,
Yeah. But it's
Everybody's
sold
coming
out.
out there.
That's
Niggas is hanging from the
Do you
rafters,
think
man.
Big would have sold out the Garden?
Yeah.
Okay.
Heck yeah, he would have sold out the Garden.
Okay.
Any part of New York, he would have sold out. Any
Oh,
stadium.
right,
MetLife.
Do you think Big would have sold out the Staples Center?
You a New York rapper in
Yeah.
LA?
Not at that time. Not at that time.
That was
not at that time.
Whoa.
Not at
Because
that
of the
time.
Tupac and
Yeah, not at that
I
time.
can't even
Not
say
at
step.
that
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, you think Suge Knight funeral will sell out Madison Square Garden?
Absolutely not.
Man, at this point, he's not even selling
Oh my
out
God.
goddamn Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm convinced that if Suge Knight was to die in jail, we
just
Nobody
be like,
would give a fuck.
We just be like, oh shoot, shit.
I'm definitely around for a Suge Knight movie though.
yeah, of course, we
Is
care
it
about
one?
that.
I mean, he's been in like the last 4 hip hop movies,
Yeah,
so
man.
we might as
Probably
well.
wasn't one
Doing
I feel like the
cameos.
same
A little
dude plays
more
Suge
storyline.
Knight in every mini
He gotta.
sitcom
He does it
movie.
He's got to play.
Well, you
That's
know
his
the thing.
role.
The thing about the thing about
Suge, we
About-
need you to do a movie. You're
about
free.
biopics is they bring out stuff that we didn't know about.
This is good,
Like
yeah.
I had before, what was it? Straight Outta Compton. I had no clue that Suge Knight was Bobby Brown's bouncer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
security.
Oh,
I didn't
I
know
remember
that,
seeing
yeah.
that too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, brought that up.
So I love
Everybody
biopics
got to
for
start
that.
somewhere.
Strong-arm.
Everybody got to
I
start
love
somewhere.
biopics
Can
for that
we-
reason.
Let me bring up another because I like to play devil's advocate here. Was there any disappointment that y'all had in the way this whole thing went down with Nipsey
Oh, absolutely.
and not just from his standpoint, but from the shooter's standpoint? Because I found myself being disappointed on a couple different levels. And one with the shooter, I just felt like, first of all, we had that whole like first day where it was conspiracy theory,
Oh, yeah.
where it was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, it was the government.
Dr. Sebi.
It was the government. They didn't want him. And I was just
no.
like, and I'm at home going,
No, don't do
stop.
Don't do it.
Don't do
And
it.
I'm yes, exactly. Don't do it.
Don't
Don't
do
do it.
I'm not
You know
gonna
what this
lie.
was?
I'm not
From the
gonna
minute
lie.
this happened, I was sitting at home going, no, this was some nigga shit. This was some hood
I
nigga
said
shit.
the same shit.
And you know what? That's the problem right now in the black community is that everybody wants to try to pass the buck or act like they don't see what's going on. Let's not put this on the government or the man or some imaginary motherfucker. This was some nigga shit. This was a nigga who ain't have no home training, no ethics, no morals, who decided he was gonna pick up a gun and kill a nigga.
I'm God in the streets.
And a
Come on
perfect
now, man.
segue into more things that were unwrapping for Nipsey. You say some nigga shit, which I agree. On the flip side, just to play devil's advocate like you do, this man was an informant who also ends up getting a lawyer from the OJ case, which he probably can't afford. Can't say if he does or not.
Yeah, but look,
Can't
it's-
say if he does or not.
it's not about what you can afford. As a lawyer, you want to put yourself in a position to be seen.
Seen as much.
So if
Thank
you're a
you.
lawyer,
That's what I
if
said,
you're a
bro.
lawyer, regardless of if he can't afford you, if you feel like maybe you might be able to win this case, or worst case scenario, just get your name out there, your
yeah.
face out there.
Thank you.
Listen,
Did I not say that?
You did say this.
So
on
wait,
But guess
before
what?
we go
Guess what?
any further-
Everybody said that was a conspiracy too. Oh my
So
God,
before
how do
we
you
go any
afford him?
further,
That's true.
the official challenge flag of the show goes to Chris Darden.
Oh yeah, he gets a flag on the play.
But why? For what? He's a lawyer. What do y'all expect from lawyers? They're
Why?
the most
Listen,
grimiest, dirtiest
yo,
people in
his-
the world.
his-
Not if you black.
Yo,
Doing
his
his job.
And then this
Yo,
whole
Technically, he's
situation-
doing
his-
his job.
If Chris Darden gave a damn about being black, you think he would have been in the OJ shit?
His face is already.
OJ had,
He's already
everybody-
diminished from the OJ
everybody
case.
knew
But
OJ
OJ's
did it,
not
but guess
black,
what?
yo.
OJ
OJ's
had
not
all
black.
of black America going, get off, please.
But you
please
know,
get off.
But you know why he got off?
Why?
Because of Chris Darden's dumbass. He didn't want Tony to put the fucking glove on. It didn't
If the glove
fit,
don't fit, you must
But
quit.
and that set up
The
everything.
whole thing, everything just went down.
Thank you,
after that.
Christopher Darden.
Yo, he's a fucking asshole.
He's a whole ass nigga. Listen, let me tell you something. He did, and they was trying to figure out who paid for him or whatever the case may be because he's a high.
Yeah, who's gonna pay for a high profile
I
lawyer?
think he just
He
took the
probably
case.
took
I
it
don't
for
think
free.
nobody paid him. I don't know if that's legally possible, but I think that he just did it. Like Kevin
Hey,
said,
no,
to
like
get
I
his
said,
name in
to
the
get his
air.
name out,
Like,
clout.
oh, this is a
He's
celebrity
paid
case.
in publicity.
His name is already on the case, the worst case in American history with a black man. His face is all over that case. Why would you put your face on another no-win case?
For publicity.
No.
They say all
Publicity
publicity is good.
to lose again.
For a lawyer, it don't
Yeah,
matter.
that don't make
To
sense.
lose
Don't
again.
Any
matter.
press
As
is
a
good
lawyer, you
press.
want to
All
win
right,
cases.
Okay, let me ask you a
Good
question.
press.
Okay, why would you take a case when the motherfucker is on camera clear as day? We seen.
Okay, so look, let's try to look at this from a
Wait. Before you answer that, with the footage that we seen, everybody seen the footage from Nipsey's death, right? The footage that we seen was from a fucking across the street from the gas station.
It was kind of blurry.
It was like terrible footage, 480p. But you got to understand, they got money. The camera in front of the Marathon store is pointing right at Nipsey, right? In the parking lot. That shit is clear as day. It's a new store. This ain't them old cameras. The reason why we didn't see that footage is because his brother, Black Sam, before all of that could get out, he went to, because they own all the stores, he went to all the stores and pulled the footage. That's why we didn't see on social media that footage.
Let me ask you a question.
Why?
The dude, Eric Holder, who supposedly killed
Allegedly.
Nipsey Hussle, allegedly, he's guilty, right? Probably.
His face is clear as day.
As a lawyer, if you could do anything to
What can
get
you
him
do?
all, listen. If you could do anything, it worked. So listen, let's just go by what they were saying in the news.
I hear what you're
Even
saying.
when his name first came out,
sorry.
even when Eric Holder his name first came out, there was already reports that he had mental health problems. Then, I don't know if he did this on purpose or if somebody told him to do it. He gets caught trying to check himself into a mental health institution.
Yeah, man.
So
Because
as
he
a
was
lawyer,
scared.
now you got a little glimmer of chance to go, you know what?
I could pull this
My
off.
client was insane. He wasn't
Clinically
mentally
insane, yeah.
capable. You know what I mean? Maybe there was some sort of situation that transpired at the store that he wasn't able to. So listen, everybody in the world already thinks he's guilty. So as a lawyer, what do you got to lose?
All right,
a
all right.
case?
Let me
Okay.
change. Let me
So
change
if
my
you
shit
can
up.
get this guy to maybe plead insanity and maybe get him less amount of time or maybe get him a stay in fucking Bellevue or something, he wins.
All right. Now can I change my shit? Instead of fucking hating Chris Darden, I congratulate him. I actually like him because you know why? If he gets him off, now the streets get their justice. If that motherfucker come out, it's a wrap. Now the streets got him. Like it was supposed to have been happen.
Yeah,
But if
listen,
he stays inside, he's gonna stay in fucking.
don't worry
PC.
because you know what? Listen,
That's
I,
just-
I work in a jail.
That shit.
PC's not fun.
No.
He's not gonna have fun being
Nah,
a PC
man.
for the rest of his
Nah,
life.
man.
It's gonna be miserable.
So it's better than getting killed.
Either
Quick.
way, he's screwed. Either way.
Regardless,
lose-lose
yeah,
situation.
because
Either way.
look, he goes to Gym Pop and they fuck him up. He stays in PC. He's miserable for the rest of his life, or he goes out on the streets and they're
Running for
gonna
the
get
rest
him.
of them. Running for
He's
the rest of
set.
them.
He's
Or
all set.
He's done.
Either
He's
way,
he's
he's
green.
done.
He's
Done.
green lit from
He's
here
done.
to New
The
York.
only thing that could really help him out is if he gets some sort of insanity plea and they put him in some sort of mental health
padded
institution
room or something like that.
where he's gonna be with a bunch of crazy people. So that's
Eat-
about it.
eating-
I don't think that's
eating
gonna
Jell-O
happen
and shit?
because, like I said, this was
Absolutely.
nothing more than just
With your
another
hand?
nigga crime. It was another nigga crime. It was some dumb shit.
It was horrible.
Stupid.
So speaking of that, let me play more devil's advocate.
Or go ahead.
Yo, y'all
I
say
said
that
I-
word one more
I
time.
said
on
I
the
said
clap
I
song.
said I was disappointed in the dude who shot Nipsey.
Mm.
I was also disappointed in Nipsey
Yeah, me too.
because when you hear the story about what allegedly transpired,
Yeah.
somebody of Nipsey's stature
Shoulda said,
who
"We
is
outta here."
so important to the community, who has such a bright future, family, you cannot involve yourself in that dumb street
petty
shit.
stuff, man.
You just
Hell
can't.
no.
And that's if what allegedly is being reported is true about him not wanting to rock with this dude because he was informant, him telling him to
Yeah.
leave the store, not be around. You gotta be able to separate yourself from that situation and not care.
Or at least have more people
Around you.
There's another part of what people were saying is he actually him going to the store was actually on the fly. Like his boy had just got out
Yeah.
from doing a 20-year bid and he was taking him to the store to get him fresh to go see his family.
Right.
So and that kind of transpired while he was just going to the store on the fly. So that's kind of where there was no security, nothing around.
At what point do you say a dude that you know might be
Right.
he's not official?
And he's a known
They
shooter,
say,
is what they
say the
said.
dude was a known shooter. At what point do you say I'm not going to involve myself in this nonsense because I'm worth millions? I'm too important to the community. I got a family.
Yeah.
But I think there was still a little bit of that gang mentality, the street mentality in Nipsey.
Oh, definitely.
And that's
I
what
don't think that leaves.
I think that
No, I don't
ultimately,
Yeah.
because I think there's ways that you can handle these situations as you become more successful that you would handle differently if you were still on the streets. And I think at that moment he handled the situation like he was still
Right.
on the
Yeah.
streets.
That whole situation was just crazy. Like
I don't.
he just, from him getting that call, leaving his security, going to the place because he was like, I'm good. That's my store. I'm gonna be straight. And then that whole shit just transpired.
Yeah.
It's
It was
just,
wild. It's a wild
It's just
situation.
wild situation.
My reasons for being mad at. We all love Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? Without knowing him personally. You know what I mean? But my reasons for being mad at him is I hear a lot of rappers, right? And I'm not trying to act like I'm Superman or I'm some wild gangster and all that stuff like that, but I just know me. Like if I was in his situation, rap, not even just rapping the way I rap and just coming from where I come from. You know what I'm saying? 60 Street and all that, you know what I mean? He rolling 60, but my whole thing is just that if you rapping like this and you rapping like that, like guns, like what do you say?
From what?
Hustle man, a shooter, that's a fact. So that means you the type of nigga that got to keep it on you at all times. Don't give a fuck if you going to your store. I don't give a comfort or get you killed. Definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I mean, let's seriously look at that situation. That a gun on him wouldn't have saved him.
No, you
because it was just, maybe. You wouldn't have no time to pull up.
The way to do, I mean, just judging, and I didn't even. First of all, that's another thing I think we needed to talk on. People putting up videos of shit that we shouldn't be putting videos up of.
Yeah,
for all of you guys who's sharing that video, just stop. Like I didn't look at the video. Unfortunately, I saw a little bit of it by accident, and then I cut it off before it got to where it was.
Well, the main source that it came from was another wannabe rapper, like 40 Glock.
But look, just imagine you chilling on a block, and a nigga runs up out the corner of some cars. It's just not enough time.
None of us would know what we would have did in that situation. Or if I seen the way he got hit and everything like that. But my whole thing is just that, all right, even if I don't got it on me, one of my niggas got it on him.
Somebody around me.
I don't fucking go nowhere where there's people at. If at least one of my niggas like is in an environment like, nah, I'm not saying like that. If I own that store, I would have felt a little bit comfortable. But at the same time, I'm just like one of the people that's not that comfortable enough. Well, all right, let me tell you like this real quick, Jay. Then I'm gonna let you go. The story was he came to the store to do Eric Holder, right? Nipsey dismissed him from the store and said he's a snitch. He like, yo, you know, it's probably all love. Yeah, whatever. But you gotta get up out of here. You off deck. You know what I'm saying? He probably felt some type of way. Jealousy and envy because they say he's a rapper also, trying to be a rapper. So he's probably jealous of Nipsey because of that. But then you got the slap in the face saying, get out of here, you a snitch, in front of niggas. So he's like, fuck this nigga think he is. You know what I'm saying? I want to be where he want to be anyway. But then he just slapped me in the face. All right, be here when I get back, right? Now, when you dismiss somebody like that, you don't just go in a parking lot and just fucking chill with flip-flops and a toothpick in your mouth like you know what I'm saying? Like you on a beach. Mm-hmm. After you dismiss somebody like that, you got to understand, like if you coming from that type of hood background, there's a possibility that they could do what he did. You got to be the fuck out of there or you got to be on deck. Like you got to have somebody on deck that got it on them.
You gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared. You gotta be prepared.
So like I was trying to say,
you got comfortable. My bad.
Yeah, comfort kills, bro.
Yeah. But nah, like D had said, like you got comfortable. But his brother also said that the reason why no one pulled out or had anything on them is because they hire a lot of felons and none of them are allowed to carry weapons anyway.
That's in the store.
But no, that's even outside. People
the niggas that he was chilling with outside wasn't from the store.
Yeah, he just got out.
His boy
just got out.
Yeah, but he was with 3 other niggas too. It was 4 niggas in the parking lot.
Two people got hit besides him.
Two niggas ran, and the nigga that fell next to him was the old boy that did 20.
Yeah.
Them niggas didn't work in the store. Cowboy did. Cowboy said he went and got, Cowboy, if y'all don't know, is the dude that wear the cowboy hat. If you've seen a funeral, you know what I'm saying? He the one with the cowboy hat with the two I don't want to say pigtails, but 2 braids on the side. He said, I was with Nip. Old boy came up to us, said what he said, gave us that, whatever, he left, and he came back blazing. But I went in the store, and he worked at the Marathon store. The other dudes that Nipsey was chilling with outside didn't work in the store. They were just his peoples.
Right.
Somebody got to have it if that situation happens, or get the fuck up out of there.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
No, you absolutely right. I'm just saying what I heard. But
even if other niggas was moving like that, before Nipsey got killed, like other rappers and famous people like that, I bet you they start moving different now.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be on point because of this. And hopefully we won't have to be on point that much because I want to see people really change the way they acting like it. They showing up and acting like it's love, Bloods and Crips walking down to his store, marching together. Did you see that?
That was different.
That was historical. They said that has never been done in LA history. Bloods and Crips from all different sets. All sets.
So let me ask you a question. You have to change up. You got to make a decision. You a rapper. You got to change up 2 things. You going to start moving different as far as guns, or you going to stop involving yourself in petty street shit that you ain't got no business involving yourself in? Which one you going to do?
Me? You asking me personally?
Yeah, personally.
Like
you a rapper.
You
famous.
You never stop protecting yourself. I feel like everybody should have their motherfucking pistol permit. Everybody.
really don't. Me personally, I don't think a gun would have saved him in that situation. I think him being smart enough to take himself out of that whole.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm
nonsense
just saying you move different as a person. I would move different as a person, but I'm still keeping my shit on me because I could be at the fucking movie theater with my kids and niggas talking about me there start wilding. You see what happened with that dude that fell in love with, who was it, Joker? He came in the fucking movie theater and started shooting shit up.
Movie theaters was
Last
kinda,
place you thinking about?
I was on edge.
Up.
Yo,
It's in the movie.
I always bring the strap in the movie theater.
Thank you.
Because of that.
Yo,
And I heard it's
Oh,
illegal,
good.
but I don't give a fuck.
Guess
I'm
what?
still
I may
bringing it.
not kill the nigga who's shooting the movie theater, but he's gonna get a fight.
You can't
The
go
week-
nowhere
the
nowadays.
week after, me and wifey went to
the
movies to go
mall,
see
movie
Batman.
theater.
No
And
lie.
Came in there with a trench coat.
Nothing is sacred.
Somebody
Nothing is
came in with a trench coat.
Trench coat. Right
To our
after, the week
listeners, if
after.
you don't have your pistol permit and you don't have felonies and stuff like that, and you're able to obtain it, go get it. Protect your family. I'm not saying get your pistol permit and go on Instagram and Snapchat and post pictures with weed and guns in your lap. That shit is fucking corny. But you know what I'm saying? I'm saying get it to protect your family.
Real crazy times.
Protect your family. This shit is different now.
People is shooting up shit
Yeah,
and
Jimmy.
videotaping it.
all for likes and whatnot. That's the part that sucks about it, man. Anything to get a like, man, or to get talked about.
So just as a little change of pace here, since you're talking about likes, do you think? Well, right now I think a lot of people are hooking up their Bluetooth, hooking up their auxiliary cords, and they're banging the Nipsey right now just because of the unfortunate circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all think this radio shit is going to be down? Think it's disappearing now?
Like AM, FM radio? Or do you mean like?
Yeah, like radio stations, period. Just because the amount of how people are streaming music and people are playing from their phones and devices. What do you think about that, D-Hay?
I gave up on AM, FM radio. Well, maybe not so much AM. I listen to ESPN radio. But FM radio, I can't deal with the same 15 songs in rotation nonstop. I gave up on that a while ago.
So you
Went
think
straight
they
to
play the
aux
same
cord.
stuff too much?
Oh yeah, they have been for years.
Years,
It's literally
I hate
the
the
top
radio.
10
Yeah.
or 15 Billboard songs just in a steady rotation. Over
Absolutely.
and over.
Like when you wake
They
up,
literally
and
make you hate a song.
No,
There's
for real.
songs
No,
that-
for real.
There's
No,
songs that I
Yeah.
hear, I'm like, oh, this is fire. And then turn on the radio, like, oh, it's cool. And then, over and over, I'm like, all right, man, fuck this song.
yeah, like you
Every
wake
15
up, you
minutes.
hear the song, you go to work, get back in your car, that song come back on again, and then
it's
you
like
go back
deja
to work, go
vu.
to
This shit
work,
is weird.
and then that song come back on again. You're like, come on.
Yeah, it's the worst. I'm pretty sure people are getting played to pay these fucking songs.
No, you want me to
Wind
tell
up
you why?
knowing the words to
Well,
songs
I
you
know
don't even
why,
like.
but that's
Why?
what is annoying.
Why?
Because it's the hottest song out. It's gonna be continuously looped.
You're right.
It's just, and you're just like, all right, it was dope. All right, it's dope again. And now you're like, all right,
I hate the fucking radio.
Well, they
With
have a set
passion,
like a top 10 songs that they have to play.
Right.
No matter the rotation, like every hour, they can fit it in wherever they fit it in, but they have to play it every hour.
Yeah.
Yo, let me say this right now. If they made aux cords cost $100 instead of $5, I would spend $100 on an aux cord.
Oh,
Like I said, I would be hit.
Absolutely.
I hope I didn't give
Vital.
anybody that bright idea, but aux cords are that important to me in my life.
Just letting you
because
know, there's
I don't
that.
listen
I
to
need a new
all-
one.
flag on the
Mine's
play.
got a short-
Kev
But
is gonna
wait,
have to
if-
charge us $100 for aux
Yeah,
cord.
flag on the play on
Yo,
me
but if
because
you-
I might have just gave an aux company that fucking idea to charge
it's a
more
go.
money.
It's a go.
But if you're gonna
Boosting
do
the
that,
price.
why don't you just spend $100 on changing your interface, your MMI, and getting a Bluetooth put in?
That's true, but then if you do Bluetooth on the radio, don't you hear like calls and text messages come through and stuff?
Yo, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was in my car and I had a Bluetooth on, and all of a sudden I'm like, I can hear this lady talking, and then I look across the street. There's a lady on her phone talking, coming through my speaker. I said, I'm listening to the conversation. What the
that
hell's
sounds like
going
some
on?
iPhone shit.
Yo,
You're definitely an iPhone
Definitely.
user.
well, so what? I mean, still, that's just some crazy shit, bro.
That's
And,
some
Yo,
and for those of you that got Bluetooth in your cars or rental,
be careful.
this really goes for people that get rentals and stuff like that. That's not used to Bluetooth if they don't have it in their car. When they give you the option to sync your contacts,
Hit
No.
Hit no, please.
No.
Hit no, please. Hit no, please.
Jesus
Because
Christ.
I'm not trying to drive that rental with the missus and I see Deep Throat Goddess and the contact on the LCD screen.
Throat
I'm
Goddess.
not. That's not gonna be a good look for your boy.
Oh man, hell no.
That's not gonna be a good look for your boy.
You don't want that.
Oh man.
Some people be in a fucking rush and they hit yes. And they be like, a Shinka Shay is calling.
Oh, Shinka
And
Shay.
they be like, who the fuck? and you fuck. But continue.
Who the hell is spit on it?
I know me personally with the radio, like I'm usually about now because I don't listen to the radio. I'm about a year, literally, this is not a lie. I'm about a year behind on songs. So I'll hear a song and be like, "Oh, this shit is hot," and then my wife will be like, "That song's been on the radio for about a year now," and I'm like, "Oh, seriously?" I wouldn't know.
You're doing yourself a favor.
I wouldn't know.
Seriously, it's helping you appreciate music more.
Because
Like, but literally right now, my playlist consists of mid '90s to early 2000s rap, and that's about it.
Yeah. Let you. Yeah, exactly.
No.
Okay.
No, now we're going
That's
to hear
true,
him all the
Kev.
time.
Yeah.
Can't really gauge that. Yeah. That's a good point, Kev. That's a good point.
No, definitely. Everywhere.
That's a good point.
Heard God's plan 100 times on a trip.
100 times.
100 times.
I feel like I was in the video.
Right.
I wish I was in the video.
Hey,
Yeah.
I get a check.
Buy me
Yeah.
something out the Family Dollar, please.
It's definitely.
We gotta get K an extra mic just to chime in.
Yeah, just to chime
whenever
in.
you feel like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if y'all
Yeah.
can hear him clearly, but he said some good shit just now. I
Yeah,
don't know if
basically
y'all can hear
saying
it.
Nip
I'm not
wasn't
gonna
on the
repeat it.
radio as much over here, so you wouldn't be able to hear everything about him on the radio, but you hear all the top artists, the top 10 artists and shit.
Oh
like
shit, I
that.
forgot it's 2Ks. I just
Yo,
fucked up.
so
You could have said that on the mic. You ain't had to goddamn.
K the engineer,
Yeah, K the engineer. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't want to confuse y'all with K.
K the thug.
The thug. Thank you, Jigga.
It's K and Killer K.
Now let me ask y'all a question.
He had a thug moment just now.
We do a lot of auxiliary
sunned
and
me on the low.
Bluetooth.
Y'all ain't
I
even
do a
see
lot of Bluetooth. I don't do auxiliary no more. I kind of moved up, from Walmart to Target and shit now. So Target and shit like that.
Darjay.
It's not the time. But anyways, do y'all think? I don't know if I'm tripping or not. I mean, let me first say this: kids like these little Kodak black dumb motherfuckers, they would never understand what it is to go through that CD case and flip and see all the CDs that we either made. You know what I'm saying? Or the albums.
That shit is a part
it
of
was
the essence
fire.
of hip
It was
hop.
fire.
You appreciated music
But
more
y'all
back
think,
then.
y'all think the
It's too
CDs
accessible
sound
now.
better than the Bluetooth and auxiliary?
Yo, somebody actually said that shit to me before.
I
They
think
was, they
Bluetooth,
say, yo,
yeah.
the CD quality was always better
a lot
to
of
me.
people say, yo, I'm not getting rid of my CDs because the quality of my CDs when I put it in is like better than the aux and the
It
Bluetooth.
seemed like it just hit a lot harder when you played the CD.
yeah.
Or maybe you need a $100 aux cord.
I haven't listened to a CD in so long. Now that I think of it,
I'm gonna have to go pop in a CD.
yeah, I gotta pop. I'm gonna make a mix CD tonight.
Wait. You're saying
have
Tidal?
Tidal sounds great.
sounds better than Spotify? That's a lie. That's a lie,
That's engineer
listeners.
case.
No.
We are not supporting
Tidal. Is the
Tidal.
shit.
We are not supporting
Pay
Tidal
for
at
it every
all
month.
Reason cuz?
because I don't have it.
Oh.
I got it. I love Tidal.
Let me tell you something. The only thing I love Spotify, but when you don't have Tidal, you don't have a Jay-Z catalog.
And,
So
That's true.
Jay
And,
was really smart when he did that.
and Flag on the Play is
You
on
wanna
Tidal.
Listen to me, find me.
Flag on the Play, the officials is on
I'm sorry.
Tidal. It's
We on Tidal?
We on
Oh,
Tidal.
I mean,
no.
I didn't say-
Spotify.
Oh, yeah. So,
Spotify.
yeah, continue.
I'm about to say,
I'm
I'm
working
working
on
on
Tidal.
I'm working on
Sorry.
Tidal.
Shit.
Spotify.
You don't say that. All right.
Shit, don't say that.
You don't say that.
We're on Spotify. Flag on the Play. 2 and 3. The officials. We're up there. Listen to the shit before I fuck you up. With your auxiliary cord and your Bluetooth.
$100.
So overall, I think that radio is slowly but surely, unless they change their ways,
It's like the
is
newspaper.
becoming extinct.
What's
in my
keeping them
opinion.
alive?
The morning show.
What?
Mr. DJ.
Interviews.
The morning shows.
Sponsors, man.
Yeah. Thank you,
Interviews.
Bees. Like the Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club, number
Interviews.
one show.
Oh,
yeah.
The morning shows,
yeah.
interviews.
But when you
all
think about it,
It's not actual
we
music.
don't listen to the radio to hear the
It's all
interviews.
the-
We
it's
all go on the
YouTube.
internet.
Yeah. and
So
that's
that's
the
not
hits right
what's
there.
keeping their
I
viewers.
think it's
alive.
for commuters, people driving around.
Oh
in the
my!
morning.
The engineer listens to the radio to listen to the interviews. Do you hear all the 90,000 commercials too?
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
better.
got
there's
the radio. I got the radio.
Millions
think-
of commuters in the
Yeah.
morning listening to the radio on their ways to work.
Yeah. Morning show, the route to work, stuff like that.
No, but just think about it because I do this too on the way to work. I just put in the aux that we were just talking about. And if you want to hear the Breakfast Club, go to YouTube and you type in Breakfast Club.
But they're a radio show.
Yeah, but all you got to do is hit one little button on the radio. And
They're a radio
there it
show.
is.
They're a radio
Instead
show
of
too.
plugging this and that, if that's what you want to listen.
They're still a radio show.
I
It's all
plug in
always
the aux,
always
listen
about
to whatever
convenience. Always
You
music
gotta
I'm in
understand.
the mood for at the time.
Yes, absolutely.
That's just me though.
People at work keep the radio alive too.
Yeah,
Because it's not like you could go to work and play Spotify Lil Wayne and he'd be like, yo, fuck that nigga.
Right.
I'm being around. You know what I'm saying?
You got
So-
it's the best way to keep it edited.
So
Keep
when
it edited.
people at work, you know what I'm saying, they got no choice to listen to the radio because it's clean.
And now I'm thinking about some little hood nigga in the Bronx who don't have enough money for a phone and just got this little like whack ass radio with the antenna up, and that's his only means of hearing music.
Trying to find Hot 97.
Singing the edited
Hot
version.
97, yes.
Probably eating a baguette.
Remember back in the day when you had to put your cassette? Yo,
In the baguette. Yo, stupid. And probably in the baguette. Oh, God, man. Come on, man. Leave the baguettes alone.
remember you had to back in the day. You
I'ma
had to
say it
listen.
for the
You had to
first
listen
time.
to the radio and put your cassette tape in if you wanted to tape something.
with the tissue.
They would never
Hell
understand.
yeah.
You used to put the tissue
They
on
would
the
never
top.
understand.
In the
I
top
don't-
squares.
What the fuck are you
I
talking
never did
about?
Play and
that. I just
record.
did play and
Button, I
record
used
at
to
the
put
same
tissue
time.
in the
and-
top of the cassette tape.
Yo,
What radio did you have?
he's
Your
from the
radio
suburbs.
wasn't
She
working
doesn't
then.
Oh,
understand.
you're not from the hoodie hoodie.
Fucking-
You're not
No,
from
it
the
doesn't
hoodie
even
hoodie.
matter. I didn't even
so you
do
ain't
that,
have
man.
roaches?
I
Mike?
K never had roaches.
You ain't have roaches?
K never had roaches.
What kind of colonial
You
radio?
gotta- no, listen.
K never had
The
roaches.
reason why I don't like sugar smacks to this day
Oh my God.
because they resemble roaches.
And you know why? They're Wick Baby cereal.
Yo.
Smacks is Wick Baby cereal.
Damn it.
Yo, D, I think I still got your Cash Money CD from like 98.
That shit was
And
fire.
I think I borrowed it at
nah,
98.
How you
listen
don't
to
know
it on
about
the way
the
home.
tissue, bro?
I don't know about the tissue.
Who raised you?
I don't know about
Whoa. You would not disrespect his parents, his mom like that.
That's just
I
my
know.
saying.
She's a lovely lady.
Wow.
Fuck him.
Wow.
Okay,
What the fuck is your
on the
It was
plane.
the hometown buffet.
sorry.
It was great.
Hotel buffet.
We used to go sick.
Oh,
Eat so
man, he said he
much.
never had roaches.
Disrespect.
That's crazy.
Nah, the sugar smacks.
Sugar smacks.
I remember I found a
Pluck the
roach in
roaches
my
out of the cereal
microwave.
box.
John
microwave-
eat the bed.
Ghostface.
Ghostface.
Yo,
Little
you gotta work some magic to get rid of roaches, though.
You do.
You gotta
You
work
do,
some
bro.
magic, boy. Takes a whole lot of
Nah, that shit
abracadabra.
is impossible. You
Even
can't.
a roach
Gotta throw shit
traps
out.
don't
Nah,
even
you
work.
can't.
Whatever.
There's a roach in the box.
What the fuck, roach?
Throw
What
it
you
away.
talking about, roach
Well,
traps?
not you trap the raid thing. A little packet
Throw
you
it
throw
away.
in the corner of your
Nah,
kitchen. Them
nobody-
things don't even work.
What are you talking about,
The
son?
exterminators come through and
You
shit.
know the little. You go to the store, you buy the little raid roach pack, and you just put it in the
It
corner.
lures them in there.
Nah,
and
we
kills
just
them.
ignored them. Niggas.
All right, enough of this
Somehow, I
goddamn
don't
struggle talk. You're making me hit, motherfuckers. Shit. Speaking of some magic, though, what up with your boy Magic? He's a pussy,
Step down.
Man.
like
Took
it,
an L on
like
that,
his
man.
son. Oh, sorry, that was way too.
Whoa.
Oh,
Sorry.
flag on the fucking
Sorry.
plane.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Kitty Liz.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
What
sugar-
the
I'm
fuck
sorry.
is your problem?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's stay on topic. here.
Great
Fuck-
Odin.
I'm sorry.
LBG
I'm sorry.
T community
I'm sorry.
had nothing to do with
For,
this.
for everybody who just missed that,
He's 6'8".
Bees just took a shot at Magic Johnson's flamingly homosexual son.
Oh, see, look, that's even worse. Oh my god.
The beard of Danny. What?
Yeah, the sugar butt.
Yo, wait.
The sugar butt.
You know what?
Sugar butt.
Sugar butt.
Sugar butt. It's a sugar butt.
No. Listen.
Listen, it just
God,
We support
support
everyone.
everyone.
We
pride.
support everyone. We're just having a little fun.
I
We
think it has to
support
be.
everyone.
I think it has to be a height.
butt.
It's got.
Sugar
Yo,
butt.
but listen.
It's got to be a height requirement
All
to
right.
being.
This is when.
It's got to be a requirement.
Yo, listen. This is when.
His
you know
man's
what's
probably
crazy?
got step on a stool or something. I don't know.
Oh,
Yo.
Go ahead,
You know the reason why I
go
stopped
ahead. Let
watching
pride
Empire?
come after you. I'm gonna be quiet.
No, because it was a show, and I think it was the first season of Empire when the
Oh, you remember?
they had the it was a piano.
Let me
and-
find
and
out
it
you
was
a
this gay
sugar
dude
butt.
with a bedazzled thriller. I mean, not thriller. Michael Jackson, Billie Jean jacket on, laying across the piano with a bald head. I could have sworn it was Michael Jackson's son. I mean, Michael Jackson's son, Magic Johnson's son, right? And he was singing. laying across the piano.
What was he singing?
Did you enjoy this?
I'm not gonna fucking.
Did you enjoy
in the
this?
heat of the night?
I shouldn't have brung this shit up.
Yo, no, stop now, nigga.
Was he
Nah.
singing Whitney Houston? I want to
yeah.
dance with somebody.
Did you
Look
enjoy
at
this?
Look at D. Hay. Try to
you-
flip it over.
Did your nipples percolate?
Percolate. You enjoy this figure action.
Fuck did I get myself in?
Yeah,
Did
you
you
definitely
pound
got
off?
yourself into some shit.
Basically, that's what made me stop watching
Oh,
Empire. I seen that
pound
shit. I was
it
like, yo, come on, this is.
I got
this
you.
is
It's a
too
sugar
much.
butt.
But Magic
It's
Johnson,
It's a
but Magic
sugar
Johnson,
butt.
man,
It's a couple of sugar butts.
That was an ugly move, man. That was an ugly
He
move. by
did it
Magic.
live, bro.
Yo,
He's a puss. He's a
Yo,
whole. He's a
man.
whole bitch in the
Yo,
box
what you
for
think
this.
made him
Oh,
do that
boy.
shit live though? Why he ain't like?
Yo, let me tell you what Magic Johnson was thinking when he did this. Magic Johnson woke up one day and said, I don't need this shit. I fucking quit. I'm rich.
Fuck this shit.
I'm rich. Listen, when you got a lot of money, why wake up and stress yourself out?
Yeah.
Just why?
Absolutely.
Just why? Stress is for normal people like us.
Yeah,
But when you got millions of dollars, wake up. This nigga, first of all, Magic Johnson beat AIDS. Live your life stress free after
And-
that.
and
You-
how, Sway?
You had this nigga Magic Johnson
Dr.
had
Sebi.
the highest level of stress. The highest level of
Kev didn't even
stress.
peep that.
A human being.
So how did
can
he beat?
Listen, you had the highest level of stress. Imagine
I didn't
being,
peep that shit, right?
imagine
He did.
being in the
That was a-
doctor's
that was a-
office
that was a
and
low-
hearing
that
you
was a
got
good one.
AIDS. That's stress to the 100. Why ever wake up again and stress yourself out?
He had
So
a-
he woke up one day and said, I quit.
No, what he
Fuck
did,
shit, I quit.
what
He definitely
did,
quit.
He woke up and he looked at that Pharrell Williams video and says, "I'm happy. I'm happy."
Boo, boo.
The man danced
Or
from
Lil
his
Duval.
driveway all the way to his
I ain't going back.
championships.
You know, we almost didn't
He's
fuck
happy.
with you this
He's-
show.
he's
We
happy.
almost
We
we
want-
almost left you alone
You
this
know
show.
what?
He
We
was
should
happy.
probably end the show on that
Yo.
note. We should
You're
probably
lucky
fucking
I
end the
wasn't
show.
on
maybe
last
Magic
show,
There's
man.
nothing
had-
wrong, but he was
Maybe
happy.
Magic had enough money to go see Dr. Sebi.
Sunken place, nigga.
Okay.
Yo, what the fuck is your problem? what are you talking about right now?
Man, if you didn't know, Dr. Sebi cured AIDS and cancer with 77
8
patients.
people.
77 patients.
Hey, what he
77
said, he
patients.
cured 8 people.
He won it,
Oh,
and
he cured 77.
I don't know what.
I
went to
saw
court.
I
My
saw
math is
I
all the way
saw a
off. I saw
pastor
8.
I saw a pastor on the internet raise a nigga from the dead. So
yo,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What do we believe in nowadays?
He's
I
won.
see
He's
what
proven
you're
this in
saying.
court. It's documented.
Twice. And federal court.
He's
Yeah,
documented.
yeah,
Pass the hint of the
He need
DA.
to take a hit of that shit too.
Give pass K the thug
For you
some
guys who
fucking
don't
hit.
know, there's brown water being passed around the table, and I do not
That's
indulge.
mixed- that's-
Mix,
I do.
mix with milk. What is it?
Go to get it, look.
I
Go
do
get
not
it.
Ladies and
indulge
gentlemen,
in
that
the
is my
devil's juice.
famous
It's so
lacto
good.
Lacto brown.
You hear me?
Brown.
That's my lacto brown going around
so-
right now. You hear
it's
me?
So now-
so good.
Whole milk.
2% milk.
Oh,
Any.
2%. My bad.
Now on this flag on the play, we're gonna have in a couple episodes, couple people. All right. Now that LeBron is not in the playoffs, speaking of Magic
Well, that was-
quitting on LeBron and shit, we're gonna have some we're gonna have some guests from around the way. All right. And we're gonna have some shit going on where you're either a LeBron detractor or a LeBron supporter.
Sunken place nigga.
What sunken place nigga is drinking Henny. Hold
Sunken place nigga is drinking
Oh
Henny.
my
That
God.
might
He
bring
took
him
the
out.
sin.
That might bring him
Do
out
it.
to sunken place.
got seashells on
Do-
his wrist.
do it.
You can do it.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry to cut you off,
So,
B,
but
but I've
that's
never
all right.
seen this light skinned sunken place
The-
Henny before. Do it.
Henny is
Do it.
darker than the skin color
See it now.
of Chief J. So this is
You stop
This
it
is
from
interesting.
doing it.
Yo, I can't
Gotta do it.
Drink the
Make
shit.
me laugh. I can't do
And
it.
then
do
make
it.
the sound effects you make inside the microphone.
No, don't do that.
Oh, all right, all right.
Cut the mic off.
While
cut his
Chief
fucking
J, the
mic
sunken
off
place
right
nigga,
now.
drinks his Henny,
I'll be
we're
back.
gonna have a big fallout up here about LeBron being a LeBron the detractors and supporters. And we're gonna go hard. We're gonna go hard. I'm gonna pause, but we're gonna dig in deep on why there's so much hatred for that king, for the man LeBron James. And we're gonna have C's up here,
Oh,
who happens to be
Oh.
Luck's brother. We're gonna have C Dukes up here.
oh.
We're gonna have
I'm
a
just hearing a
couple
bunch of
other
broke niggas right now. man.
SO, and we're gonna have SO up here. He hates LeBron. Well, he doesn't hate him. He just don't like the
Understand
way
how you
people
could hate
support him.
LeBron. I really feel like
My boy Davon from
like a
work. I
stand
ain't
up-
forget about you. We
stand
just
up
talked
guy.
about the shit today. We're gonna have a couple people up here, and I think a lot of you out there that watches sports, you probably either hate or love LeBron. He's almost like Floyd Mayweather to
Man,
boxing.
when you're
You
on
hate him
top,
or you
that's
love
what
him.
it is. There's no in
Always
between.
gonna be
You love
hate.
him or you hate him, and it's
Didn't
for the
like
same
Jordan.
reasons.
Didn't like
I
Kobe.
don't really hate LeBron. I just wanted the nigga to get Chris Childs one time to see what he do. If he retaliates, then I'll fuck with LeBron heavy.
He ain't doing that,
What?
man.
Somebody needs a Chris
Childs give him
Childs'
a
ass
two-piece?
one time. Like
He
when
gonna
crunch
look at
shit,
the
shut
ref
the
like
fuck
I
up.
need to punch him in the face one time.
Yes.
Come on, ref. Where
Gave
were
Kobe
you?
a two-piece.
So let me ask you, while we on this before we wrap things up, when you have a job and you don't tell so basically you go on, let's say you just go on, have a press conference and you just quit. You don't give your boss 2 weeks. You just had a meeting with your boss 2 weeks ago discussing the future of the company. Do you think that's right?
Well, they
You think that's
obviously
right?
didn't see eye to eye. I'm assuming if they,
You think that's right though? You think that's
he could have went about it better. He could have been a little more professional.
when you're part of a fucking multi-million-dollar company and business, you just fucking get up and leave?
yeah, but
without
you know,
telling
when,
your
when you're
boss.
Magic, I guess you have that privilege.
He's a
You can do stuff like
bitch.
that. I guess I don't know.
Somebody should slap his son.
Who?
Who?
Right in the beard.
Magic Johnson.
Oh,
Yo,
shit.
you can't still be on this
I'm sorry.
subject, man.
I'm
He's
sorry.
gay.
I'm tight, man. I'm
Yo,
tight.
yo, once,
gay,
yo,
all
once,
right?
No,
Let
I
him
don't
be
like.
what
I don't
he
like.
is,
I don't like
man.
quitters, man. I don't like quitters, man.
Or Magic?
Oh, so
I
you're
don't
not
like
saying
quitters.
slap his
Oh,
son
we're not
'cause
talking about
he's
his
gay.
son. I thought you were saying
And
slap his
slap
son.
him
'cause
too, just because.
He's a sugar butt.
I hope
But you
Magic
can't-
doesn't go back to being an
on-
analyst because he was
On behalf of the
worst.
officials, I'm just gonna say we love everybody.
See, one team has to make more baskets than the other, and that's how you win. No fucking kidding. He's the worst analyst ever.
That's a
To me,
perfect
he's the
Magic
worst.
Johnson.
I just don't like. I think he's a quitter. I think once he said,
Yo,
once he
don't-
put his
listen,
name
in
and said,
life,
"I'm Magic."
We were always taught not to quit. I think there are times where
It's
it's okay to quit.
It's
When
okay.
you're rich
Sometimes you gotta
and
back
you
out.
don't, and you could delete as much stress out of your life as possible, I think it's more than okay to wake up and say, "Fuck this shit." And Magic woke up and said, "Fuck this shit."
I'm
All right,
happy.
before-
I'm happy.
What the fuck
Not
is your
doing you
problem?
any
Before we-
If I
favors.
hear you say that fucking happy one more time,
Yo, before we leave,
He's a sugar butt.
before we leave this topic and end this show, right? Can I say one thing about Magic?
Yeah.
I think the reason why he quit is because of the fact that because he could have waited till next year and said, you know what, we're gonna be in the playoffs next year, right? We're gonna destroy and rebuild, whatever the case is. But I don't think that he had full control over destroying and rebuilding. Like he mentioned, I see Stephen A. Smith say that he mentioned to a couple of people that he wanted to get rid of what's his name, Luke Warren.
Luke Walton, yep, and
And
Kobe and Kobe's agent.
Yes, and it wasn't like they wasn't trying to hear it. It was like,
Yeah,
chick,
Jeannie
what's his-
Buss.
Jeannie.
Jeannie
So
Buss.
she wasn't really letting him flex the way he wanted to flex. I think it was a power thing, bro. I think like a lot of people are not really noticing that.
But only continue.
I just think it was a power thing. I was like, he felt like I'm Magic. Come on, y'all. Like how LeBron felt
Right,
like
right.
I'm LeBron.
Right.
Like get these niggas out of here and get me AD. I feel like he's felt like I'm Magic. Yo, you supposed to like say, all right, Magic, you fuck with.
Yeah.
You want to get rid of Luke Wall and you want to do this, do that.
Yeah.
All right, say no more. And when they said, nah, like we did with this motherfucker as far as Flakes,
Wick, baby.
he said, you know what, I'm out of here.
Sugar
Sugar booger.
You know what it was though? I think that was the problem. He just went around saying, "Hey, I'm Magic. Let's make this deal." And
Yes.
he's just like, "No."
And when it didn't happen the way he wanted
We
to,
don't give a
he
fuck
just
if you're
said, yo,
Magic.
fuck it, I'm
Because you
outta
know what
here.
happened? Magic coached the Lakers for a temporary time. Didn't go well, and he quit.
And he quit.
He came out of retirement for a little bit too.
Came out of
Didn't go
retirement?
so well.
No, it
and
didn't
he's
go
Didn't
so
play
well.
well,
this shit.
and he
I'm
quit.
too old for this
and
shit.
you know what? There was that one time where he was playing basketball. He got AIDS and then he quit.
And then he quit.
Yo,
But that's a good time to quit.
Yeah,
That's
definitely a good time.
Probably
And beat it.
But anytime somebody has any criticism towards Magic, he quits. He's a fucking quitter. He quits.
struggling.
He quits.
Quit.
So listen, guys,
Quit it.
for everybody who's
And I think he's
listening,
fucking overrated. I said it. Fuck you.
for everybody who's
Ooh.
listening,
It's another topic for another day.
the main theme of this show today has been
Really?
just quit.
I think he's overrated.
Just quit whatever you're doing in life.
Whoa.
Just quit.
Now,
Just
if it's-
stop.
No, the main
and
thing
quit.
is
if it's
Magic
cigarettes,
should have hustled
the
and
fuck is your
motivated
problem?
himself.
What the fuck is your
I'm
problem?
sorry.
He
I
should have
thought-
hustled and
Oh,
motivated
okay, we're doing
himself.
motivation.
It's not having
But
a
he
positive impact
quits.
on your life.
Yo,
He didn't want to take a
What the
big
fuck
shot.
is what the fuck is your
He
problem?
didn't
You
want
can't
to.
talk about
He didn't want to
quitting.
do the marathon. He didn't want to do a marathon.
Smoking cigarettes.
He's a sugar butt.
Quit.
Quit being a
Smoking
sugar
cigarettes and
butt.
quit.
if you're doing different things,
Quit it.
just fucking quit.
Quit it.
Quit. All right.
Quit it. All right. Just quit it.
All right,
Cut
folks.
the shit.
But
You quit.
Yo, where the fuck are you going?
what the fuck? Why you standing up? Why you standing up?
Cage just standing up for no reason, like he's fucking itching to get the fuck out of here.
Marathon continues.
Sit your ass on.
Hey, guess what, guys?
Marathon
Guess what? I quit.
We out of here, y'all.
It's Flag of the Play, the officials.
Yo, RP.
Until next time. On my life.
Love you, baby.
The marathon continues, y'all. Legacy lives
Marathon
on.
continues. Let's continue.
Grinding all my life. Sacrifice. Hustle paid the price. Want a slice. Got to roll the dice. That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look, I'm married to this game. That's who I made my wife. Said I die alone. I told that bitch she probably right. One thing that's for sure. Not a stranger to this life.